Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Mohammed Adil from United Kingdom. I'm fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons of UK with 30 years of unblemished record while working in United Kingdom. At this time and age, I have been victim of huge injustice in standing for the cause of humanity by my regulator and medical establishment, merely for expressing my personal viewpoints on the novel coronavirus in early 2020 and its far-reaching effects on the public, private, and personal lives, and the millions of patients who lost their opportunity for their investigations and treatment, especially the cancer patients who could have been benefited by screening and early diagnosis for the better results. I had serious concern about tens of thousands of elderly patients and members of the public dying in the nursing home and their own homes because of fear generated by the mainstream media and the government for the COVID-19 and lack of the medical facilities. These precious lives could have been saved with experienced hands in the hospitals' environments. I also raised concern regarding experimental unlicensed vaccinations to the public without their consent. I raised these issues in my videos on the social media, which was appreciated by millions of people across the world. I was targeted by my trust on 22nd of April 2020 with immediate suspension only because of my viewpoints of COVID-19 without any warning, notification, or disciplinary procedure whatsoever. I had no clinical, ethical, or health issue whatsoever. I was then suspended by the General Medical Council for 12 months for holding my viewpoints of COVID-19, expressed in my videos over the social media. On 1st of June 2020, in a short hearing with the Interim Order Tribunal over the Skype, which was further extended for another 12 months due to total unjustified reasons. And my case was referred to the Medical Professional Tribunal, which I have recently attended after 2 years of my suspension in Manchester with the Medical Professional Tribunal from 13th of June until 30th of June 2022. GMC failed to produce those 4 anonymous online complainants who lodged initial complaint against me due to my viewpoint of COVID-19 in my videos over the social media in April 2020. GMC also failed to produce those 2 medical directors who had dismissed me from the job when I was working as a consultant surgeon because of my viewpoint of COVID-19 without any warning, show cause notice, or disciplinary procedure, which was totally unlawful and violation of Article 6 of unfair dismissal. GMC also failed to produce any witness to come forward or any evidence to prove that my videos might have caused any harm to my patients or member of the public. Instead of dismissing my case by the medical professional tribunal, I was further suspended for another 6 months with the excuse that for the safety of the public, I am being suspended for another 6 months, which was totally unlawful, unfair, unjustified, discriminatory, and pure victimization in cohorting with the General Medical Council by the MPTS. Human rights are very simple and easily understood by freedom of expression and speech, by freedom of holding opinion and freedom of express, by freedom of press and the public rights, by freedom of religion and worship, freedom of assembly and protests, freedom of having secure job at the workplace without having any harassment, humiliation, or discrimination, regardless of any color, race, individuality, or religion. I totally believe on Nuremberg Code, which is based on the medical ethics and reminds us of Nazis' atrocities in doing unlawful and unjustified experimentations on the living human being without their consent. I totally believe on Helsinki's declaration, which is based on the human rights and research performed by the medical professionals on the human being with their full consent, funded by the federal government. I also believe on Hippocratic Oath, which clearly says, first, do no harm. I believe on total autonomy of all the individuals, regardless of any color, race, or individuality. And I believe on informed consent by all the patients before carrying out any medical or surgical procedure or starting any medical treatment with their full consent. What I said 2 years ago has turned out to be true. There are 10 millions of patients waiting for their investigations and treatment. And according to the NHS figure, it would take more than 10 years to clear the lot. It's most likely that NHS is going towards privatization, or people are forced to go to the private sector for getting their investigations and treatment. My case is in the High Court for the justice, handled by my expert legal advisors. Because of punishment given to me by my regulator and the medical establishment due to my freedom of expression and speech, which I hold the right under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act of European Convention. I believe on UK justice system, which is famous across the world. Soon, truth will prevail and justice would be shown. Nobody is above the law in this country. Whether it's medical establishment, regulatory body, or any trusts, or medical directors, they are accountable for their unlawful act, especially in dismissing me, followed by suspension since 2.5 years, which has seriously affected me, my career, and brought disrepute to my reputation and have seriously affected my family and their livelihood due to loss of my job and income, resulting in financial hardship, stress, and anxiety, which was totally unnecessary. I'm most grateful to all of you who have been very kindly supporting me morally and financially for the cause of humanity I have been standing on, and I will keep standing and supporting human rights. I believe in equality and justice, regardless of any color, race, religion, or individuality. Just giving crowdfunding has made a page for your kind contribution and donation. I'll be grateful if you kindly donate generously to contest my case in the High Court for the justice. Thank you ever so much for listening to me, and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.